The legs of faith. From the day he was born, Jack had never once felt his own legs. A rare condition left him paralyzed from the waist down, while other children took their first wobbly steps into the world. Jack learned to navigate life using a wheelchair, a cold metal frame that would accompany him for the rest of his days. But what he didn't know was that life had quietly prepared a gift for him, a friend. On the very first morning of first grade, lost in the noisy schoolyard, Jack struggled to control his old wheelchair. His hands trembled, his eyes darted anxiously, afraid of being mocked or pitied. But John, a thin boy with a smile warm as sunlight, walked right up to him and said, "Need a hand? From today on, let's be friends." It wasn't a grand promise. It wasn't a heroic gesture. But it was the beginning of a friendship that would last 12 years and beyond. From that day forward, John became Jack's legs. He woke earlier than everyone else, ran to Jack's house, helped him pack his books, then gently lifted Jack onto his back. Step by steady step, he carried his friend as if carrying an entire world. On rainy days, John arrived drenched, but his back was always warm. On hot days, sweat rolled down his cheeks, but his smile never faltered. Not once did he complain. Not once did he arrive late. Not once did he let Jack feel like a burden. Teachers and classmates adored the pair. They were a perfect match. Jack was thoughtful and brilliant. John was quick, patient, and endlessly kind. Every school year, both boys ranked at the top of the class, their certificates lining the small wall in Jack's home like tiny medals of hope. Jack often said, "John is my legs," but John would ruffle his hair and reply, "And you're my wings." When they entered middle school, homework grew harder and the road to school got longer. Yet John still carried Jack every day. Sometimes Jack asked, voice trembling with guilt, "Aren't you tired?" John laughed. "I'm used to carrying you. It'd feel strange not having you on my back." One day, a classmate teased, "Don't you ever get sick of carrying him, John?" John answered without hesitation, "When my friend can't walk, I walk for him. When he falls, I lift him. And if one day I'm the one who's weak, I know Jack will use his mind to pull me back up." The whole class fell silent. Everyone felt something warm spreading through their hearts. In high school, the pressure of exams weighed heavily on them. They studied late into the night, side by side. Jack excelled at analysis. John at memory, two pieces of a perfect puzzle. On days when Jack felt broken because he wasn't normal, John always said, "No one is born complete." Some people lack patience, some lack kindness, some lack hope. If your legs can't carry you, then together we'll build new ones made of faith. Those words were the light that pulled Jack through the darkest days. When the university entrance exams arrived, Jack wrote as though pouring his whole life onto paper. John sat beside him, gripping his pen, whispering, "You've got this." And they truly did. Both boys passed the school of their dreams. When Jack read the results, tears filled his eyes. "Thank you. Without you, my life would have been so different." John smiled softly and placed a hand on his shoulder. "No, Jack. Sometimes a door closes only so another one can open. You, Don T, walk with your feet. You walk with a will stronger than any of us. I just helped you a little. The rest, you'll fly." Jack cried, not from sadness, but from a deep understanding that life was still beautiful, because there are people who remind us that hope never disappears. Their friendship became an inspiration to the whole school. One boy who couldn't walk, people said, and one boy who never once gave up. Together, they were stronger than any pair of legs. Final message: you may not be born perfect. Life may hand you challenges you never asked for. But remember this: when one door closes, another always opens. And if your legs cannot take you forward, build new ones from faith, hope, and the kindness of those who walk beside you. The road isn't always easy, but if you believe you deserve the light ahead, you will find your way there.